Hi, my name is Dinda Ajeng Maharani. I'm from 1253 and this is my honest opinion about whether we should abolish or we should continue about death penalty in Indonesia. If you ask me, I would like to abolish the death penalty. According to the Death Penalty Project, who's in partnership with LBH Masyarakat and University of Indonesia, I'm not alone. 67% of us Indonesia are actually agreed to abolish the death penalty. Well, 69% of them are in favor of doing the death penalty, but however, only 35 of them are serious about it. So that makes it more into abolishing the death penalty, right? The only reason I'm agreeing to abolish the death penalty was because it's against the human right. And according to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, no one should be subjected to torture or inhuman treatment. And because of that, death penalty is definitely against and violates the human right. The thing is, someone was actually assigned to do the death penalty towards the perpetrator, right? Doesn't it make them as a murderer too? Because for me, I think they're just the same as murderers. Based on Komnas HAM page, which accurately tells about ICW or Indonesian Corruption Watch, say that CPI of the world is in scale of 0 to 100. And Indonesia took place in 32 point, which means it's very low. The lower the score, the higher the problem of corruption is in the country, And as a result of that, Indonesia took place in rank 69 out of 180 in global rate. Before, we are in 104, now we're in 96. While in the other country like Denmark and New Zealand that has been abolished the death penalty was in scale of 85 to 87. That means it's pretty much clean of corruption in there. For your information, death penalty has been regulated in a law of eradication of criminal acts of corruption. So, if death penalty ever a solution, why does corruption is still hanging around in this country? I mean, before someone was sentenced to death, they needed to wait for about 10 years so that they could discuss whether to put them into death row or no. Then what's the purpose of the death penalty anyway? Why don't you just put them into life imprisonment while making them suffer of their guilt and mistakes? Because come to think of it, they cannot go anywhere but stay in jail for the rest of their life until their death. And they couldn't think of anything rather than on guilt and mistakes. Rather than took their life and being a murderer while the case is still going up and it's against the human rights.
That's why it's very ineffective.
So, does this penalty actually abolish the narcotics, corruption, and the drug trafficking, or just a reflection of anger? We, as an Indonesian people, will never be able to change if there's no acknowledgement from the government. Come to think of it, according to UNESCO, we were never interested to read, and in this scale, it's about the law. And some of them are uninterested with the law. So that's why there's a lot of things going on, just like what I said before.
By the way, do you know that this video is the last video to submit it?